Hello friends, hello and welcome to this personal power wellness segment with me, Jennifer, at Personal Power Life Coaching. And super glad to have you with us today. We have our weekend wellness segment today, here and now. So welcome to all of us, to you and to me. So may we use everything that we experience for our greatest good, your highest joy, and taking all the positive learnings and taking at least one positive beneficial thing from our show today. So as mentioned in the description, we're working with a brand new ingredient and it's called Bitter Gourd, and it is both considered a vegetable, but technically it's a fruit according to my basic research online. And it is very well known in Kerala, India, and even with West Indian communities, because when I was home in New York, in Queens, New York, in South Ozone Park, my neighbors would actually grow this in their garden, and it's the kind of fruit, I'll just show you. It's kind of funny looking to my perspective. In like my parents' culture, it's not a usual fruit, but this is what it looks like. This is bitter gourd, bitter melon, technically bitter melon, and it actually is pointy, but it was starting to get soggy and soft at the ends, so I really have to, I'm trimming it right now actually. And so this is what it looks like on the inside. And yeah, it's very exotic looking if you're not from a culture where this is indigenous. So I trimmed the outer edge actually because it had some off parts. And so yeah, so this is 300, these are 2 pieces, and I'm going to make the juice right now. So let's see what we get. I was just looking online, and apparently the benefits include it's good for digestion, it's good for reducing cholesterol, they're good for helping to control diabetes and your blood sugar levels if that's an issue. It helps to clean your liver, and it's a good hangover cure. So if you're drinking alcohol, then the next morning you may have yourself some bitter gourd juice, and that's helpful to cleanse your liver, and I'm sure your kidneys and your organs, because this is what fruits and veggies do. And the more bitter something is, the more of a cleansing, astringent, healing, cooling effect it will have in the body. So the key healing and detoxification mechanism in the body is with the principal activating organ, which is the liver. So when you intake healthy foods, clean foods that nourish the liver, then you're cleansing anyways, you're detoxifying. So this is one way that we can sort of help the process along. And even the research was saying that it can help you to go to the bathroom, so to clean your bowels. And it's good for our vision because of vitamin A, and it is good for hair, skin, and nails. It has high vitamin C, and yeah, let me just double check. Oh, actually I was using it on my phone, so never mind that. I'm just gonna go ahead and make the juice. So I shall position this wonderful thing right there, and it seems like it's going to be ready. So, just receiving a call, and now here we are. So let's get underway with our bitter gourd or bitter melon juice and see how much we get and see what happens. So I'm going to just cut this up into smaller pieces, and this for me is also a learning, so perhaps what I can do is actually show you what is happening here. Yeah, so let's see. So it's actually quite hard, and it seems to have some big seeds there. So we got that one, and I suppose I can feed that to the machine. let's see, and how it smells. So great. So I'm just cutting it up into pieces to help the machine as much as possible in the process. And I do that with the celery. I've been cutting it into small pieces as well to be as gentle and kind to the machine. So it's a win-win situation. The machine makes wonderful, delightful juices. So so look at that. So perhaps you can see that, right? And yeah, that out of the way. You know, I'm always looking for ways to improve things, and so maybe that's even better, right? You get like a closer view of things. And yeah, so I'm just chopping it up, and you can see what it's looking like. And I'm sure that my Indian friends know exactly how to cook these up, because it's like, it makes me think of okra. Okra, it's like, looks so similar. So you can definitely see what we've got, and looks pretty awesome. So, okay, let us shift the perspective. So here we are, and just can't see Jen. So let's get started and see what we get with this Bitter Gourd Bitter Melon Juice. I don't even know how much I'm gonna like yield from it, because it might be very little. It might be a very minimal amount actually, but you don't know until you try. And I'm really excited because it reminds me of when I made asparagus juice. Yes, I made a video on that one a few months ago. And that one is a great hangover juice to have as well. Not that I'm ever really hungover, because I don't drink alcohol. But it's just good to detoxify your liver. It doesn't hurt, because we're exposed constantly in our environment to pollutants. So just keeping ourselves on track. So wow, it looks pretty cool. I'm going to bring you in closer so that you see. Alrighty, what's happening here? Maybe you can get a sense of that. Yeah, alright, so you see the juice is coming out right there. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And so you can see the pulp also in the background. And there we go. Wow, it seems to be pretty nice the way that the juice is coming out. It's yielding a good amount. And this quantity that I have, that I am creating for, look at that. You see the pulp is just zipping out like no one's business. Like a little machine. Makes me think of our own digestion. And this is why it's so important to eat well hydrating foods. And if you're eating a diet that's quite dry, then to just ensure that you're drinking plenty of fluids, healthy fluids like water. So here we go. They have that pulp there coming out, and this is this is what it looks like. This Bitter Gourd Bitter Melon pulp. Yeah. So it's that. So hello to everyone tuning in and tuning. Alrighty then, so super. Well, let me just add a dash of water to see if that would help too. Okay. And just gonna do it in the reverse. Sometimes that helps. So according to this, it looks like we have about 200 milliliters. No, not really. Maybe 180 milliliters. Maybe like 4, 5, or 6 ounces. Can't really tell. So what I shall do is I'm going to weigh it to be precise. I do like to be precise when I'm making my new juices. And things out of the way, and grabbing a glass. Let's grab a nice glass. This one looks pretty nice. It's decent. So All right, so I got my glass there, and I'm just gonna turn it on. So this is our Bitter Gourd juice, and see, putting it into ounces. Now, as soon as so that's minus, all right friends, so here we are. This is the revealing, this is the unveiling. So, let me just, there we are. Hey, okie dokie. So, open this. Wow, beautiful. I don't know if you can see that. Super. This color is just extraordinary. I really love it. Let me bring you in here, friends. Gosh, you really have to make this juice. So 6 ounces. And this color is just so nice. It looks really, really refreshing. 6 ounces, and it's 16 calories actually. And wow, so let's see what it tastes like on this beautiful day of co-creation, right? Yeah, okay. Bitter Gourd juice. So this is it. Wow, this is super bitter. I mean, it's really bitter. This is real medicine. This is the kind of thing where you don't gulp this, and you really don't need like even, I think this is like the kind of drink where it's medicine and you have like 2 ounces or something. Let me see. Yeah, so far I've had 2 ounces. This is medicine. Friends, if you're sick, if you're, I don't know, but get some Bitter Gourd juice. You can't go wrong, because you just know when something is medicinal. And I think this is the one. I think this is the one, and yeah. So if you're someone who does not do, who doesn't like those bitter juices or things, probably you're gonna hate this one. And I mean, I drink all the kinds of juices, so I've made parsley, celery, cilantro, which is coriander. I even made onion juice, which is really something separate, but like that one was bizarre. But this one is, yeah. So I think this is really true medicine. Bitter Gourd juice. Okay, so I'm excited that we made it. It's intense, but it's all right. Like, it's not, you just have to sip it. You just have to sip. And I think that you don't even need, as I said, you don't need much. You could have 4 ounces, half a cup. Maybe if that could be too much for someone who has a sweet tooth. Maybe 2 ounces, sort of like the way that you would take in aloe vera, which is just going to be 1 ounce, or apple cider vinegar, right? You just take in a tablespoon. I think this is a good way to do it. So yeah, we just made fresh, homemade bitter gourd or bitter melon juice. And let me just check. Actually, I would have to. I'm going to see if we can discover the nutrition facts, because I'm just really curious, because when something is so particularly bitter, it typically has a really good nutrient profile, and it may even be high in calcium. So allow me, if you give me just a few moments, a few seconds, and we did 335 grams. So all right, so 16 calories in these in this cup, in these 6 ounces. and it's high in folate. So if you're someone who is, particularly women who need to prepare for pregnancy, this is a good one. It's also high in iron, considering the small quantity that we made, about 2 pieces of the fruit slash vegetable. Very high in vitamin C, astronomically high. And then it has like zinc, selenium, actually no, it has zinc, phosphorus, magnesium, and copper, vitamin B6, thiamine, riboflavin, which is a B vitamin, niacin, and folate, as I said, and iron, and it has 0 sugar. That's why it's not like, you know, like sweet. It's not sweet. It's bitter. It has no sugar. Wow, that's phenomenal. Like, even celery has some sugar. So that's what it is, friends. Like, this is I feel like this is medicine, you know. I feel like you could have this instead of your celery juice some days. You could have like 4 ounces of this, sipping it at work or in your morning on an empty stomach. And if you struggle with any cholesterol, or like if I were in, like if I knew someone, a family, a dear family member who had diabetes or hypertension or high cholesterol, or I was that person, then I would probably do these things. I would do this because I can tell this is real healing medicine. So yeah, that's it for now. Thank you for coming along this magical carpet ride, and I bid you happy tidings and all the very best. And thank you again for coming into my kitchen and partaking in this marvelous experience of making fresh homemade bitter gourd juice, which I now have, and I'm not gonna finish the whole thing, but I'll save it for later. Yeah, it's good for that, sipping it from time to time as a medicine. So all the best, take care, and happy travels wherever you are. Bye-bye, namaste from Jen at Personal Power Life Coaching in the Kitchen.